Princess Beatrice of York, born in 1988, is the firstborn daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, Duke and Duchess of York. She's a member of the British royal family. But her life has always been somewhat different from that of her cousins, like Prince William and Prince Harry. Growing up in the spotlight, Beatrice was thrust into the public eye from a young age. However, unlike her more publicly known family members, she's not as widely recognized, and her life has been one of relative privacy compared to the rest of the royal family. Beatrice's childhood was a blend of royal duty and normalcy, as much as a royal life can be normal. She spent her formative years in royal residences, but also attended regular schools, making her one of the more grounded members of the royal family. Beatrice, along with her younger sister, Princess Eugenie, had the privilege of spending time with both of her parents despite their separation. Throughout her life, she has always embraced the royal responsibilities handed to her, often representing the royal family at official engagements. But it's clear that Beatrice is someone who seeks a balance between duty and personal independence. Unlike many royals, Beatrice's path has not been entirely about following royal traditions. She is an example of the changing face of modern monarchy, someone who is royal by title but seeks to define her own legacy beyond the crown. She has shown that you can be a royal and still pursue your own passions, career goals, and personal life in ways that are more reflective of contemporary society. Being born into one of the most famous royal families in the world means that Beatrice has been accustomed to luxury and attention from an early age. She has attended some of the most prestigious events in the world, from state visits to royal galas, often dressed in the finest gowns, with cameras flashing as she enters the room. It's a life filled with protocol, tradition, and expectation. But Beatrice, perhaps more than most, has managed to carve out a life for herself that blends these royal duties with her modern ambitions. The majority of her time is still spent fulfilling royal obligations. Whether it's attending official state functions, charity galas, or meeting dignitaries, Princess Beatrice's schedule is often full of important and high-profile events. But instead of being confined to a life solely filled with royal engagements, Beatrice has also managed to build her own career. Her involvement in charitable organizations, technology, and even the corporate world has allowed her to create a personal identity that goes beyond the traditional role expected of a royal. That Beatrice's lifestyle isn't just about attending glittering events, though she certainly has her fair share of those. Her commitment to charity work, particularly those focused on children and social justice, shows that she's used her royal status to make a real difference. But even with all the responsibilities of being a royal, she's managed to maintain a relatively low-profile private life. Beatrice is someone who enjoys life outside the royal bubble, and she's shown that it's possible to live a fulfilling life of service while staying grounded. Princess Beatrice's wedding to Edoardo Mapelli Mazzi in 2020 was one of the most talked-about events in recent royal history. Yet it happened under very unique circumstances. Originally, the couple had planned for a grand celebration that would be attended by hundreds of guests at a beautiful royal venue. However, the COVID-19 pandemic drastically changed those plans, and the wedding turned into an intimate, small ceremony at Windsor Castle with just close family members in attendance. This shift from grand to simplicity was surprising but refreshing change in the royal wedding tradition. Beatrice's decision to marry during the height of the pandemic was a bold one, and the simplicity of the ceremony gave it a more personal and emotional tone. Despite the smaller scale, the wedding still carried royal elegance, especially with the bride wearing a dress from the Queen's personal collection, a dress that had once belonged to the Queen herself. The dress, a vintage gown, was a powerful symbol of Beatrice's place within the royal family and its centuries-old traditions, while also paying tribute to her grandmother's legacy. Despite the small gathering, the wedding was still a moment of joy in a time of uncertainty, and the love between Beatrice and Edoardo was evident. The fact that Beatrice and Edoardo were able to adapt to the circumstances and still have such a memorable, beautiful day shows the resilience and flexibility of the royal family, especially during such unprecedented times. The wedding itself was a perfect reflection of Beatrice's personality, elegant, grounded, and deeply rooted in family. Princess Beatrice's fashion sense is a blend of classic royal style with a modern twist, making her one of the most stylish members of the royal family. From royal engagements to red carpets, Beatrice has a knack for choosing outfits that are both sophisticated and approachable. Unlike other royals who might go for more traditional and rigid clothing choices, Beatrice is known for her ability to mix and match contemporary trends with royal tradition. Her wardrobe choices often feature clean lines, flattering silhouettes, and bold colors. She has a unique way of making royal fashion feel fresh and relevant. Whether wearing a bespoke dress designed by a top designer or sporting high street fashion brands, Beatrice manages to balance accessibility with elegance. This ability to modernize royal fashion sets her apart from other royal women and gives her a signature style that fans have come to admire. Her head-turning hats and elegant dresses have consistently made her a standout at royal events. Even during casual outings, Beatrice showcases a fashion-forward attitude, embracing styles that reflect her youthful and contemporary sensibilities. She's also not afraid to take risks with her wardrobe, often sporting daring prints or unconventional accessories. This fearless approach to fashion is something that resonates with her fans and shows that even as a princess, you can take risks and push the boundaries of style. While Princess Beatrice's life might seem like the picture of grace and royal composure, there's no denying the drama that has unfolded in her family over the years. As the daughter of Prince Andrew, Beatrice has been closely tied to one of the most controversial figures in the royal family. Her father, embroiled in scandal following his association with financier Jeffrey Epstein, faced intense public scrutiny, and his image was seriously tarnished. Despite the turmoil surrounding her father, Beatrice has remained supportive of him, maintaining a strong bond with her family. This loyalty speaks volumes about her character. She is someone who values family above all else, even in the face of intense public criticism. The scandal has cast a shadow over her own life in the public eye, but Beatrice has continued to navigate her royal duties with dignity, remaining focused on the things that matter most to her: family, love, and charity. Her mother, Sarah Ferguson, has also had her share of public struggles, including her divorce from Prince Andrew and the controversies that followed. However, Beatrice has always stood by her mother, proving that even in the midst of family drama, she remains grounded and resilient. Her personal life has been shaped by these family dynamics, but she continues to carry herself with grace and poise. This blend of personal loyalty and public composure makes Beatrice a fascinating figure in the royal family, one whose life is intertwined with both triumphs and struggles, and yet she remains steadfast in her journey forward. Princess Beatrice's life is a fascinating blend of tradition, innovation, and modernity. From her high-profile wedding to her successful career in tech, her commitment to charity, and her ability to keep her family ties strong despite the drama, Beatrice is living a life that's truly insane. What's even more exciting? We've only just begun to see what she'll do next. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more.